These are Michael's allegations. He says that she attacked with football moves and tackles and punched, kicked in the face, had a chair that was swung at him from across the room. His mouth was cut up, bloody nose and scratches on his face, neck, and chest. So you say she has come at you, she has attacked you, and that oftentimes you have done what you have done purely in defense.
Yes, that incident, definitely.
I don't care what she does. If she starts punching you, then you turn around and walk away. If she starts following you, then you walk faster. If she starts chasing you, then you outrun her. If you have to, you get behind the door. But you don't ever, never, ever put your hands on a woman in anger, ever. You just don't put your hands on a woman in anger. And anybody that does is a chicken coward. If you think a man putting his hands on a woman in anger is cowardly, stand up.
What's up, my beautiful people? It's your boy Bri. Welcome back to the channel. Recently I did a video on Dr. Phil. If you haven't seen it, here's the link. Go check it out. I read all of your comments. I had some people on the left side saying, hey, Dr. Phil was wrong for what he did. And then I had some people on the right saying that he was right. I had a comment, and this is the reason why I'm doing this video, saying that maybe I didn't do enough research and to go check out the full episode. So I did. Now, I just wanted to clear a couple things up first. Number one, I don't condone any type of violence in a relationship. If you get to the point where you are being physical against your partner, just end the relationship right there. And another thing, I am not defending Mike and I'm not defending Kirsten. They were both wrong in the situation and they both decided to stay in the relationship. So I just feel like there wasn't any accountability on either side. Now, for some reason, the new footage that I found wasn't shown in the YouTube video that I saw of Dr. Phil. So this is new to me. And of course, I'm sharing it with you guys, so let's check it out.
I want you to do, look at me. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. And let me tell you why people do what you do. People resort to physical violence when they run out of socially acceptable ways to express themselves. And so out of frustration, you lash out. If you will calm down and stop doing that, then you can say, you know what? I'm going to stop going over the top and we're going to start dealing with the relationship issues here.
Now, I do agree with what he said here, but pay attention to what he says next.
Is she a provoker? She may be. She may be poking you with a stick to get you to do everything you do. I don't know. But because you do the things you do, it overshadows everything she does, and she gets a free pass.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm trying to watch this video with an open mind. But all I saw right there was pandering. And Dr. Phil himself said it. Is she a provoker? She may be. But you have to be the bigger person. It's a little crazy.
That I do have an anger issue, but I also believe that Kirsten has a bigger problem with anger than I do.
Mike, I haven't broken anything. I haven't hit you. Not this year.
Not this year, huh? Well, at least we're making progress.
Kirsten has been aggressive towards me. There's been hitting, kicking, punching. She can go from 0 to 100.
People yell, people scream, but people get over it. I'm a yeller.
Yelling and cursing is not a way to communicate in a relationship. Yes, you will get your partner's attention because you are upset at the moment. But in the long run, it's only going to cause a divide.
There are definitely times I've been afraid of her. Kirsten is in the military. I'm very afraid of what she could do to me, being that she's trained on how to fight. I sit at a desk job all day. I don't have military training. The first battery charge I was charged with, I don't believe she was a victim at all. I was a victim. She punched me multiple times. She kicked me. I had my nose bleeding. I do feel like I hit her to calm her down.
You hit her to calm her down? Is that how it works? And just looking at these pictures, bro, it don't look like you were just defending yourself.
When Kirsten left my house, she had a kind of little bruise here. I mean, maybe a couple scratches. After the pictures came out of the incident, it just looked like more damage than what we saw. I do believe that she did some self-infliction to get me in trouble. The police charged me with domestic battery. I do not feel like that was justified. I'm the peacekeeper in the house. I believe 100% that Kirsten is more controlling than I am.
Okay, Mike, you've been backstage listening, right?
Yes.
These are the things that she says. Are these things true and accurate, or are they false?
They're true. I get...
You don't dispute your behavior, you just dispute the context.
Yeah, I don't dispute what I've done. I've done some things, the anger got the best of me.
How does that give you the right to hit her, punch her, twist her arm behind her back, impose your will upon her?
It doesn't give me any rights. I don't know what comes
What do you
over
say
me.
to yourself?
I don't know what I say to myself. I don't know what turns from basically the 0 to the 10. I don't know what it is. The anger gets the best of me, and I know it shouldn't.
Are you beating her into submission? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I think when I did it one time, not saying this is right at all, but I noticed I got a reaction of there was no more talking back, there was no more yelling, there was no more doing things to me, to where then when I did that, then things got quiet and I could actually talk. Not saying that's, again, not saying it's right at all.
So you did beat her into submission. I mean, we're just calling a spade here. You did beat her into submission and she shut up. She stopped that back talk.
So Dr. Phil questions Mike, asks him, hey, are the allegations true? He doesn't deny it, which is good. He says it was true. I think the issue people had with this episode was that the entire episode, Mike was in a hot seat. He didn't once question Kirsten, and he basically gave her a free pass. Remember, if you saw my last video, he said, I don't care what she does. He just expects you to walk away while someone is beating you. He just expects you to try and go to another room.
My boyfriend, Mike, is the love of my life. There's just one problem. We get into physically violent fights. He's hit me, pushed me, left bruises. He's given me concussions. When I was 6 months pregnant, he shoved me and ended up twisting my arm behind my back that I literally felt like he was gonna break it.
Notice how she said, we get into physically violent fights. If he was the only one that was abusive, that would be the end of the story, and he would be in jail right now.
Last Valentine's Day, I was holding my son and he just started punching me in the head. I dropped to the floor, cradling my 3-month-old. I had a gnarly knot on the side of my face, black eye. My earlobe was bleeding and welt on the back of my head. I did call the cops only because my friend's mother forced me to. We were going out to a friend's house. He slammed on his brakes and he slammed my face into his dashboard so hard it actually broke the volume knob. If we can just stop the violence, that's it. The worst fight happened about 2 months ago. I can't tell you how many times he hit me. I ended up in the hospital. I had a concussion that lasted for over 3 weeks. The last incident was just a few weeks ago. He just decks me in the face. My face ended up hitting the concrete.
Okay, you realize that you're in danger though, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you realize that you have 2 children.
I do.
And that you're their mother. And you have an obligation to protect their mother, right?
Yes.
So what do you say to yourself about that?
Well, I know the obvious answer is to just get out. I know that it's just hard. I don't know. I love him and I want to be there to help him get past this.
Well, get past what? Because he tells a very different story here. He doesn't think there's anything he needs to get past.
Mike is definitely in the wrong, but do you notice this line of questioning right now? She is also in the wrong. They're just painting her out to be the victim, even though she admitted that there are plenty of times where she antagonized him, she hit him, she did all sorts of things, but she's not in the hot seat. She's just the victim. Again, I'm trying to keep an open mind here, but this is just what I'm seeing. I respect her for trying to fix the relationship. This idea that you want to change a person into something that they aren't is not going to work. You're only going to put yourself in a difficult situation. In this case, a dangerous situation.
I cannot stand Mike.
Yo, why are they making him look crazy?
I cannot stand Mike. He has this ugly monster inside of him. Mike has beaten my daughter, kicked my daughter. He's hurt her to where she can't be a mom. The last time that Mike sent Kirsten to the hospital, she called my phone at least 15 times, telling me Mike hit her again.
It's killing me to see what Mike's doing to my daughter. I want Mike to feel everything that Kirsten has felt, every punch, every arm behind the back, face in the ground. I want him to feel what she feels, and then some.
About 2 weeks ago, not only did she have a black eye, but she had a really deep bruise right here. I just flipped out. I just said, you know what, new rules. I gave Mike an ultimatum. He either comes and does the Dr. Phil show, or I am turning him in.
First time he ever laid his hands on her, I should have went over there and beat him so he wouldn't be able to do it again. I regret not doing it.
I want Kirsten to leave Mike. There isn't a minute that that man has taken accountability for what he's done. My biggest fear is that Mike is gonna kill her.
Okay, I'm glad that you two are here. What would you add to what's being said so far?
They are not understanding how serious this is, and that if she's going to end up dying, because he focuses on her head and her face, punching and kicking repeatedly, and I don't want him to kill my daughter. I'm now not allowed to see my grandson. She doesn't want to have anything to do with me because I'm not going anywhere. You're not going to kill my daughter. It's not funny. You think it's funny? No.
That's the grin. The grin, every time you talk to him about this, he just sits there and smiles. He doesn't take any ownership for it. And then to hear that she's controlling, how are you controlling? We're the one picking up the pieces every time you beat her face in.
I would like to know how we got a piece of glass from your hotel room in our hotel room. Did he hit you over the head by chance?
No.
Then how did it get there?
Kirsten, we had a piece of glass in our part after he left.
That,
and
but
then
you
you
always take everything. Oh my.
Neither of them want to take accountability for their actions. And honestly, if Mike is so abusive, why are they still together? Something doesn't add up here.
How do you want me to act when I am petrified that you're going to kill her?
The exact way you are.
Now, that was all the footage I can find on this episode. So the question is, was I wrong about Dr. Phil? I don't think I was. Now, in my first video, I called him a fake psychiatrist, and the reason why I said that is because he has not renewed his license. Since he doesn't have his license, how can he get away with giving mental health advice? I always wondered this question, and the answer is basically, he's not getting paid. So he can basically tell you whatever he wants, just like any other human being. He can give you his advice, he can give you his take, and then he won't get sued because that's the loophole. Totally understand why the parents are here trying to kick his ass. It seems like he deserves it. At the same time, we can't pretend that she's innocent. I also feel like Mike and Kirsten are hiding some things. They aren't giving you the full story. All I know is these two are clearly not right for each other, but I think they need professional help, not Dr. Phil. Going on a TV show is not going to fix anything. At the end of the day, Dr. Phil doesn't care about these people. All he cares about is ratings. For you Dr. Phil fans out there, sorry to burst your bubble, but that's all this man cares about. If you guys aren't convinced about Dr. Phil, I saw a video by 16Leo. You guys should go check it out. Like, the guy's hilarious. I love his channel. And his videos are really well done. He did a whole video on Dr. Phil and why Dr. Phil is a shitty person. Well, that is all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please smash that like button. For those of you who subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. For those of you who haven't subscribed,
come on, do it. Lay it on right here, do it. Do it.
It's been 2 months. I went from 2 subscribers to 79 so far. I'm trying to hit 100. You guys can help me out. Baby steps, baby steps. My beautiful people, thank you again for watching the video, and I will catch you in the next one.